All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, shalom to you. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. As I said earlier, I was going to do this show because I want to make some serious points. I've seen recently I've seen a change, but just to err to the side of safety, I just want to hit on some of this stuff real quick. Okay. Um, if you had tuned in earlier, I hit on a lot of this concerning the coronavirus pandemic. And let me see. Okay. And what I've been saying is, what I've noticed is people have went berserk with conspiracy theories. Okay? And I am all about, the reason I have my Hebraic understanding is because I will leave no stone unturned. I'm not going to let anybody sit there and tell me, hey, oh, you can't look at that. You can't consider this. I'm all with that. I'm with that. But the book says prove all things. And that's where I think things are getting, where folks is getting sideways. They're not proving all things. They're just listening to all things and watching all things with no evidence. Okay? And in the meantime, that's why as we go through this coronavirus thing, I know people are like, oh, I think it's all bullcrap, this, that. Look, but you got to play it safe. Because if there's a chance that it's real, you can't gamble that way. So you err to the side of caution. Because there's people, I'm watching stuff get put out there in videos, and I told y'all before, and you can go do your own research on what I'm about to say here. The false news and the conspiracy theory thing, there's people who they full time, they're false news writers. They're viral news writers, viral fake news. And people pay them big money for advertising to write viral stories that will go viral. And there's stuff that they put out there that will just go rampant. And they were saying, man, if they get one story to hit, they good for the whole year. That's the type of money they making. Okay? And with this thing, man, if I go through some of the stuff I'm getting in my inbox, it's like, dude, why would you? It's like, do you even have common sense? It's like, you can't see this fake. So I'm saying that because putting in a situation like this, where there's a lot of eyewitness, hands-on evidence that whatever you want to call it, something's going around taking folks out. Okay? And running around, pushing, saying it's something else because it sounds good. Like, it makes sense when you say it, but then it hasn't been proven. Prove all things, it hasn't been proven. It could be dangerous. And I'm not talking about the 5G thing. That's not what I'm talking about. But there's people literally saying, oh, it ain't real. Like, the virus don't exist. It ain't. It's all BS. These people just dying of flus. When clearly there's eyewitness, provable, observable, repeatable evidence that is not the case. So when people go out here pushing that narrative, there's gonna be blood on their hands because people are believing this crap. So check this out, y'all. Let me show you something. Okay. is this? Is this it? Nah, this is it. Some of y'all, well, no, that's not it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up here for y'all. Well, we'll go into it this way. I'll pull up what I pulled up earlier. Okay? And then I'm gonna explain what y'all are seeing and why it looks so fake. Okay? So I put this up earlier. This is the Chicago mayor. Like I said, I don't believe, she's a government person. Everything she says is automatically a lie. That's the news. If they say it, I'm gonna believe the exact opposite. That's what people are literally doing, and people are risking their lives out here doing that. Okay? Chicago mayor says blacks are dying at alarming rate because of a myth about coronavirus. And let me do this too. I'm gonna do this. Okay? What I am going to do. Hold on. Boom. Let me see if I might be able to do this. This is what I am going to do. If I could get this to work, I will do this also. Okay? Let me see. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to make it so if y'all so desire, I'll let you call in on here. I don't think anybody's going to call in though. Let me see. If anybody wants to call in, just let me know in the comments and I'll set it up and you can call in here. Otherwise, okay. Yeah, because that might be a little difficult with what I got going on here right now. Anyway, but that's what the mayor. Now, then today I just, at least once I try to watch that briefing that I'm gonna hit the 5G, brother Tyrone. I'm gonna hit that too. So then I try to watch that briefing that the federal government does every once a day or whatever they do. And the Surgeon General guy got up there and was just saying that, why our people are passing away at an alarming rate. And a lot of it, he said the same thing I said earlier. And am I lying? The health of our people is terrible. It's terrible. We're not active. That's the biggest thing is activity, exercise. We're not active and we eat terribly. We eat terrible. We got to eat a healthier diet. I hit that in that last show. And I even hit some verses where you be overcome by surfeiting and stuff like that, and how it affects your personality. It can make you contentious not having a proper diet and some heavy stuff. I did a show not too long ago on health. That was about maybe 3 shows back this week, whatever. It wasn't a very popular show at all, but that's the elephant in the room with our people. One of them, the spiritual health and then our literal health. And we're not exercising wisdom. We're not wise. Wisdom says, okay, if you don't really know, err to the side of caution. But people are adamant that this is a global conspiracy. And yeah, it is, but it's a global, spiritual, biblical conspiracy. It's not the deception that people are getting sidetracked into. Okay? But we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that. So this is what the lady says. Chicago mayor says blacks are dying at an alarming rate because of a myth about coronavirus. The myth of black immunity has spread like wildfire on social media. Okay? And that's not the only myth that blacks are immune. The other myth is it doesn't exist. The other myth is they're giving it to you at the testing center. There's no, I see myths. There's no such thing as a airborne transferable virus and everything in between. That can be researched. There's the 5G thing, that the 5G's causing it, okay? This is all stuff that can be investigated with a scientific method to where it's provable, it's observable, not some well-spoken dude get up there and say, hey, I did this, I did that, and this is the way it is. No, it's a provable, observable, repeatable, and you can observe it somehow, okay? But the fact is, with proper diet, there are vegetables out there and herbs out there that pull radiation from your body. There are herbs out there that do anything this wicked ass world could put at you. The Most High got provision for anything this wicked beast system could throw at you. It's there for you to fix it. That no weapon formed against you can prosper if you follow in this book. Let me get that scripture so I'm not misquoting it. All right, I'm gonna pull that scripture up. So that's what I'm saying is all these people are saying all this stuff and it's this and it's that. It's Isaiah 54:17. Okay, but they're uneducated. They don't know what they're talking about because, like I said in the show, I told everybody, get in there, and if you so freaked out about 5G, then read about cilantro. You could go to your grocery store and buy, and it pulls radiation out of your body. So it's silly. You got brothers, they using herbs, prayer, fasting, curing HIV and all this stuff out here. Okay? But people are caught up in conspiracy theories from people who are not biblical. They ain't got a lick of script in them. They're just people who see their little, from their perspective, they just see this little thing. And so they're going to talk 5G and all this, and I'm talking one Yah. I'm talking 1G, one God. If you stick to the script, it's gonna get you right. You seen the brother from Jamaica, because I see Brother Tyrone post. Jamaica. He was a respiratory therapist up there in New York. He says he cured himself using turmeric, ginger, and garlic. And a brother here, Brother Tyrone, just posted. Ginger, turmeric, cloves, very good anti-respiratory medicine. See? But you got people that are so out of shape, unhealthy, in such terrible shape and condition that, and they're eating foods that set you up to just die slow, you know, where like the brother was saying, the mucus will build up in your body. You're not moving, so you're not going to be able to expel anything out of your lymphatic system. And you're just going to harbor toxins in your body. Eventually, it's going to kill you. Let alone you get sick and you get some virus or whatever, then it's a wrap. But people are sitting here being entertained by clowns instead of get understanding in a small matter or a great. I forget what that scripture is. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right. Because all this conspiracy theory stuff about the coronavirus is a deception from people who do not they're not spiritual. They don't understand the book. This thing going on with the coronavirus is biblical. So look, let me show you something else. All right, let me pull up what I was going to pull up earlier real quick, because I'm going to hit this and then I'm going to get into it. So the same people saying, oh, it's the elites and they got this agenda to do this, do that. Whoopie do. We know the beast system's coming. Okay? Where is this at? I watched it last night. I'm going to pull it up here for you. Okay, hold on, y'all. I get a lot of information coming in. Y'all, I try to go through it all. But you know, I see the thing where people, they're saying, I see people putting up. All right, I'm gonna find this. I think this is it. Yeah, I'll find it. But anyway, it was y'all seen the one with the guy in prison. It's spreading through prison. If I listen to somebody's conspiracy theory about how this is spread with 5G, anything that any evidence they come with, any theory they come with their 5G, I could come with an equal theory of transferred through the air. And the only way we're going to prove either one of those is by doing some type of experiment that's provable, observable, repeatable. I'm not listening to somebody break radio waves down and all that stuff. Let's make it happen. Because just as somebody can articulate that it's transferred through 5G, I could get somebody who could just as well articulate that it's transferred through the air. And Satan is the prince of the air. You know what I'm saying? We could get into all that, and radio waves go through the air, but stuff floats through the air. And I know the pollen in the air here have me coughing and choking out here and turn my eyes red. And that goes through the air. So you see what I'm saying? But I know this is from y'all because it line up with the book. Okay? All right, so let me see if I can find this. I definitely... please, okay. And see, oh, here she is. Okay, so check this out, y'all. I'm gonna put this up here. We're gonna listen to a little bit of this. We might listen to all of it, but check this out. All right,
So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that gave me prayers, the concerns, the inbox, the texts, the emails, everything. I really appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for, just being concerned about me with the virus. So I just want to give y'all just the update after my 14-day quarantine. And this is very important. This is why I want y'all to tune in, share this, and let other people know. So, as some of y'all know, I tested positive for the coronavirus, and they told me to self-quarantine at home for 14 days. And after the 14 days, I should be okay. So, I self-quarantined for 14 days, and just to let you know, the virus is horrible. I had a fever. I could barely breathe. My body was aching from head to toe. I could barely move. I was in so much pain. The virus just caused my body almost like to shut down. It's a horrible feeling. I've had pneumonia 3 times. I've had the flu before, but this was like the worst feeling I've ever had. I could barely talk on the phone. Like, I was mostly texting people because talking was just too much, taking too much out of me to talk. So, I did a lot of communication through like texting and stuff, but the last few days of the virus was the worst, which is kind of odd. My body was hurting so bad. It was really horrible. The pain that I was feeling the last like 4 or 5 days. So after the 14 days, I start to feel better. Truthfully, y'all. Like, I'm breathing, no fever, no cough, no nothing. So I'm like, okay, my 14 days, I'm good. Let me go get my nails done, right? So the doctor said after 14 days, you're not contagious. You know, the virus should be gone, this, that, and the other. They tell you all this stuff. So I go to my nail tech. And, you know, I still wear my mask, my gloves, and then I get over there. She do my nails. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. But something inside me, I had a follow-up appointment because they say follow.
So anyway, because it's kind of a long video, so I'm going to just cut to the chase with what she says. She basically says, number one, she didn't believe, and she kind of said she got a good idea where she got it at. But anyway, she said she didn't believe it at first, like the lady said. The Chicago man, she didn't believe it. And then the other thing she said is when she went back, after she got over it, she went back, got tested again, and they said you're positive. And she was like, well, I just got over it. Oh, and the person was like, well, you're not supposed to come back and test or whatever. And the long and the short, she was like, they really didn't even understand what this thing is. The doctor really, people, like the way the virus behaves is like a lot of people don't understand what it is. I've talked to some people who are in the medical field, and they were like, well, they call it a virus, but it's not behaving like one, this, that, and the other. Look, when you look at it, when you listen to all this stuff and everything everybody's saying, they're seeing pieces of something real big. Oh, the elites are doing this and they're doing that and this, that, and they're working together. And ain't none of these people working together. It's just these people are wicked as hell. They serve Satan, and their thoughts are influenced by Satan. The ideas that a lot of these elites think they're coming up with are demonically fed to them. Okay? And for what is written in the book, Bring It On a Beast System, Bill Gates thinks he's actually doing something great, and his ass wicked. He just serving Satan, And what happens, people like us who are watching, we see this organized, structured, very methodical thing going on. It's very organized. It's very regimented. It's, they got to be talking. They got to be doing this. No, it's the spirit world at work. But most of these people don't believe in the spirit world. And see, these same conspiracy theory people who are pushing all this conspiracy theory stuff, now they're not gonna show you why is this come upon the earth. Why is this come upon the earth? What's going on that would bring this upon? Because in their minds, we didn't do nothing. Who would punish a great country like this? Look, we're a great country. Who would punish a great country like America? We're going to overcome this because America is great and God wouldn't do this to us. So it's the elites. It's the elites. That's why this is happening. Because of the elites. While this dog is chewing the damn man's leg off. Like, this is the norm. This is the norm. But they're not showing you that, dude, they've been working on destroying us as a people. The Tuskegee experiments, COINTELPRO, the war on drugs. They try to destroy us chemically, the Gayfer agenda, you name it. They've been trying to wipe us out. But now it's turning on them. But the Most High Yah, He judging the world, but he said, I will judge you in measure also. Y'all gonna pass under this stick too. Is that dog still chewing that dude's leg? And y'all wondering why this stuff is coming upon the earth? That dog still chewing that man's leg while I'm over here talking. Get in the book. Stop following these conspiracy clown shows, because they're not going to show you all these police shootings. You see what I'm saying? Look at that man's leg. Look at that man's leg. They're not going to show you the murder of the innocents. Why? With all these conspiracy theories, why isn't anybody talking about, why isn't anyone out here talking about the abortion rate? Why isn't anybody talking about that one? I mean, at no point in time have we ever been killed off at the rate that was happening leading up to this corona epidemic, because they shut down a lot of abortion clinics, and they were protesting that. The feminazis were protesting that the abortion clinics were closed during the corona thing. Now they getting ready to inject another whatever $1 trillion into this thing. Y'all, get off the conspiracy theory. This is real. This is real. People are dying from it. It ain't made up. All you conspiracy clowns that don't think people are really dying in the hospitals, all you gotta do is go to the morgue. Ask a morgue. Ask a funeral home. Go to a funeral home. Hey, especially in New York City. I know some of y'all live in New York City. All you have to do is go to a funeral home and get back with me and say, hey, have you seen an increase in the amount of funerals you're having now? Matter of fact, some of y'all could call a funeral home. Call it. Just call a funeral home in New York and see if their funerals have increased. That's a way to prove it. I might do it. And then if he said, no, well, to be honest, we've been kind of slow. Well, if they tell me that, then hey, maybe this conspiracy thing, maybe it holds weight. But all I know is what I've seen thus far is the economy, just a big thing that engulfed the whole, the entire planet, So that's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing I'm seeing people passing away, and typically these people are, like you said, older, or they're out of shape, or overweight, or got health issues. And me and some of the brothers were talking. The way the Most High Yah designed this body, and y'all seen people get cured of cancer and all this other stuff. Like, this can't nothing overtake you if you really banging on your health. Like, I'm up in mine. I'm trying to get my health airtight, I ain't where I need to be, though, And then a lot of it's spiritual, too, So, yeah, y'all. So, but, y'all, this is, like I said, man, in prophecy and conspiracy, when I did part 1, that second Ezra's 15 sums up everything you see happening right now is going down. Okay? It says, he said, I'm going to read it. I'm going to put it up here. Second Ezra's, I think it's 15. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I'll put it up here. I'm going to read it. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Okay? Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues. Look up the definition of the word plagues. It's interesting. Look up Webster or whatever. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? It ain't all this other stuff, these clowns. They're seeing parts of this right here at best. Okay? A lot of these people don't think, oh, well, this nation ain't that bad, you know. But they're not looking at it from the perspective of Yah's people. Okay? Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Oh, you could be a transformer. Oh yeah, you could. Oh, Dwayne Wade's son is a transformer. Let's uplift him up high. You know, let's praise him. You know, they profanely commit. So it's their wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. A baby's born and the doctor comes and clips its spinal cord. But nobody's talking about this. We talking about 5G and all this other silly stuff out here and everything else. No. Let's talk abortion. And the transformer, transvestite, gayfer agenda. Let's talk about that. And then stuff's going to begin to make sense. But nobody want to talk. Let's talk about these wicked cops out here. Like what you just saw. Let's talk about the criminal justice system where criminals get justice. But innocent men, look at how they did Brother Kabir up there. Look at so-called family court. And you wondering, you say, come on, dude. This thing is getting ready to come down because it's too evil. Otherwise, they'll destroy all of us. And therefore said, so let me see. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. Okay? Them aborted. And he said, I've known you in the womb. So they are murdering people. The murder rate. 9 black women. 900 babies per day. And we're not wondering when is this thing going to end? When is this wicked nation going to go down the drain like some boo-boo? Look, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Man, y'all could go on and read the rest of that. But anybody wondering, is this, y'all studying all these conspiracy theories? No, I think it behooves people how wicked this nation really is, And like I said, he coming for his elect, the people who are diligently adhering to his word, who are trying to press forward. You know what I'm saying? And that's who he's dealing with, So this thing's real. It's like, nope. I think a lot of people just blown away by the proportion is of biblical proportion, you know. Like that, it got to be a conspiracy. How could it spread around the whole world? And why are they quarantining us and all this? We're gonna see. And look, y'all need to go check the press briefing from Trump and them that they did today about 3 or 4 hours ago. They said this thing gonna spike on Monday or something like that, and that's Easter. There you go. So, hold on one sec, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Woo, it's hot up in here. So somebody said our sins are reached up to heaven. I think it's 5 million abortions in the black community per year. Woo. Dang. Wow, dude. So so do the math, you know. So look, listen, y'all. It can't go on this way, and that's just the abortions. And they said the transatlantic slave trade, it was what, 90 million? You said how cold they know that? I'm not sure. I think you fat fingered that word there, but yeah, man. Live. So there we go. Yeah. So that. But anywho, that's what it is, y'all. Feel like the heat on up in this house. That's the lights though that get it hot. All right, let me see if I got anything else. I think I got another news thing here. Yeah, it is hot. All right, I got another. Well, okay, so this was another one. Somebody live stream. They had a live stream a funeral on Facebook. We're not gonna watch that. That's about 13 minutes long. But they live streamed a funeral on Facebook, and the lady was just saying how, you know, it blew her away, man. And how she wasn't able to be there with them when they passed away. Oh, she live streamed. It was a wife and a mother. Her husband died and her son died of this. Okay, and she was just saying how, you know, she live streamed the funeral and she wasn't able to be there and how devastated she was. But I'm just, you know, what I look at, one of the things I look at is, okay, what was their health? Were they overweight? Were they old? You know, I'm looking at all this, you know. It's like, because the Most High wants us to return to the ancient ways. He said, come out of her, my people. How can you come out of this system if they're feeding you when you need to eat 3 times a day? How are you going to come out of her? You cannot come out of this thing if they're giving you one of the most important things you need, food. You got to start growing your own food. Well, to grow your own food, it requires you to what? Be in the sun, sweating, exercising, moving, eating healthy food. Food that's going to strengthen your body. Like, it's all, any direction, any approach, any way you want to throw this, whether you want to look at it from a health standpoint, from an economic standpoint, from a cultural standpoint, from a medical standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, and the spiritual one is the biggest. You got to get it, man. We got to come out of this thing spiritually and literally. You got to. If you want to look at it from a RF radiation standpoint, you got to come out from among them. There's just no wiggling around it. Like the Straitway model of getting on some land and getting away from these population centers is book. And I'm telling you, the Straitway model of doing for yourself, which you're going to lose weight, You ain't gonna be eating, McDonald's sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and all that. You're gonna lose weight when you're providing for yourself, when you begin doing for yourself. When you come out from this system, you have to do. There's literally no wiggle room. Okay? So, yeah. So, anyway, I just want to put that in there, y'all. Definitely food for thought. But with that said, y'all, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Shalom, shalom.